Right, beautiful friends, it's your friend Kevin. Welcome to this channel, and this is your card of the day. Alright my friends, here we go. This is a take 2 of this video. I already started doing it and then realized it wasn't recording for some reason or another. So that's why you're seeing 4 cards already pulled and already sorted. Anyway, credit where credit's due. We are using Angels and Ancestors Oracle deck and the Divine Masters Oracle deck. This was our card of the week. Both by Kyle Gray. These images by Lily Moses and these images by Jennifer Hawkyard. So those, I like to give credit. I watched too many videos where people are flopping down cards and they're not telling people who they're using, what cards they're using, or even why. I happen to like Kyle Gray and Radleigh Valentine simply because they are committed to spiritual teaching. And they are committed to helping everyone everywhere develop their light inside. And they are incredible teachers, very, very good teachers, kind, philanthropic, and that's why I like to support them, just for those who want to know. All right, so all week long we've been working with the Divine Director, trusting the process and creating space for the Divine in order that things unfold as they're supposed to unfold. Now, we are in a 7-day. So the number 7 day really is talking about meditating, being focused, somewhat introverted, realizing that we are on the right path in any material matters that we endeavor upon, that we engage in, that we think about, investments, house, car, all the things that we need to live our physical life should be supporting what we do. We also have to understand that there is divine magic at play when we have a number 7 day. So making thoughtful choices. Now, 7 also works with the path of indecision. Indecision being not sure whether to go left or to go right, to go back or to go forward. It's time to make a decision, which is why you have to be introverted, why you have to be meditative, why you have to go inward and seek the wisdom from inside of you. My isms today is the mood sets the vibration, and that becomes a reality that we live in. And we are always stories in motion. We have to keep this going. The heartbeat keeps beating. The blood goes around the body as with each heartbeat, pump, 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 off we go. So this is also a time of releasing to embody new. All right, so here we go with our reading. Where we're at is symbolized by the broken arrow. This is somewhat of a shamanic, somewhat pagan type Native American symbol. It's embracing the energy of peace. We're coming up upon lots of different opinions on our human level. In the United States, we are heavily steeped in this political thing. I don't subscribe to the news because it doesn't make sense to me. I mean, talking about regular news on TV, that sort of stuff. It's Tuesday it's one way, Wednesday it's another way, Thursday it's some other way. Well, that to me is not anything I can subscribe to. So the broken arrow really is saying, come from a place of peace, come from a platform of peace, make peace within your heart, release the things that are holding you down, conflicts, issues, conversations that just don't sit right, let them go. Then we are followed by the Air Guardian, talking about shifting our perception. Whichever way we look at things, this can also be looked at like the Hangman or the Tower, which has showed up all week long, is shifting the vision. Shifting as things shift. As our world is shifting, as our physical world is shifting, we therefore have to shift. Remember, part of who we are is still in the spirit world, and part of who we are is having a human experience at the moment. And the two because of our openness to spirituality, we become the bridge between heaven and earth, spirit and non-spirit, physical and non-physical, all of those things. And we have the ability to tap into all of that. All right, let's move on to our other card. We've got the she-wolf, unleashing the wild within. And the she-wolf is really speaking up and standing up and realizing that we have got gifts and talents that the average person also has, but they're not paying attention, or they're not utilizing those talents and those gifts. I'm talking about psychic talents, psychic gifts. This is the time, particularly with the light of the full moon, and this full moon being in Virgo is an incredibly helpful full moon. A helpful full moon in teaching us the skills of manifestation, the skills of alchemical work, turning something around, turning something inside out, working with what is not necessarily seen or known or heard by the masses. And our final card is the request from the wise one, is grow within the current situation. The wise one is really telling us, letting us know that our psychic abilities are increasing. They have been. We've been having downloads for months. Many of us, myself included, the sleep cycle has been way off. I have found myself waking up anywhere between 1:30 and 3 o'clock in the morning and having really challenging time sustaining sleep. My dreams have been rather different. Not difficult, different. I almost said difficult, but different. Very odd, very strange. But the difference is I'm remembering more of them. Whereas before I would just wake up and it'd be gone. I'm now remembering what's going on and what's happening. So this is just telling me, myself, that I am on this journey of discovering more about my soul nature. Things that we thought were a certain way won't be. It isn't that it's wrong. It seems unpredictable, but it's everywhere. It isn't just in the United States. It's on a global level. And when you go out, you pan up out of it and you realize, wow, we are witnessing this. And some of it can be seen, if you are tuning into world news, as being catastrophic or really difficult and tough to deal with. And my two really good energies, Beatrice and Gertrude, are anchoring this light. And they're welcoming all of you that listen to say, if you want to pull in their energy and you want to get that lightness and that wisdom, the lightness being the fun and the giddy and the lifting the vibration, which is Gertrude, and then the wise choices, the somewhat studious type, introverted, meditative side of Beatrice, they welcome you to call them forward. You may see them in a different way. I see them sitting down having a cup of tea at a kitchen table. Sometimes it's a tea shop. And I am seeing, when I'm looking in my mind's eye, on my left side is Gertrude and on my right side is Beatrice. You may see them in a different way. You may see them in a completely different environment. They're saying there's not right and there's not wrong, and they are welcoming you into whatever it is you want to ask for them. There's no right, there's no wrong. I was always caught up in this idea that these were my guides or these were my spirits. They're not. They are available to everyone, as are those who have ascended. Many of us have witnessed people we know that are no longer in a physical form, that they ascended, their day of ascension. I'm going to do another video about that because I've got a 19-day challenge coming up tomorrow. and that's a whole separate video, so you need to stay tuned and pay attention to that one. Needless to say, the point I'm making is, as they were with us, connected to us in this physical world that we are experiencing, as we reconnected with them, most of us have reconnected with a soul and a spirit from other lifetimes, because there is that deep love, there's that deep feeling, there's that deep connection with a person that seems so familial, and because it is. Those souls and those spirits that may have been here before we met them in this life, who have now left and gone to spirit, they are still in that connective, collective, two words, connective and collective energy of us. They just now have the ability to connect with us out of their physical form, meaning they no longer are playing that role in that story, but they're still connected to what we're doing, what we're not doing. The challenge is the way they connect is by us asking them to come forward. And I'll give you a quick example, then I'll let you go. About 12 years ago, 2011, two of my really close personal friends, now I just got these angel bumps, so I know they're here, left their physical bodies. My friend Denson Lyerly from South Carolina, who I met at a psychic fair. I gave him a reading and we became fast, close friends. It was one of those uncanny connections that I still talk to my good friend Jessica about. And now I'm covered in them, so I know he's here. He lost his physical battle with cancer and went into spirit. The night that he left, I happened to be in a yoga class doing Shavasana, and he came, kissed my forehead and said, "I will see you on the other side." And I don't believe he's ever left. I believe that he's been a spirit guide of mine for the longest time. One of the first examples of someone I've known in this life that is now out of the physical body, but still focusing on what's happening with me, wanting to enhance my earthly pathway. The other friend was, of course, Billy, who came. He was a hairdresser. He had this crazy blonde mohawk that would be different colors depending on his mood. Lived in Florida. These two didn't know each other, but again, came to me when I was in Shavasana not too long after Denson had passed and came to say goodbye. When we have these experiences of those that have ascended, they just literally left the physical embodiment that they had. Most people feel like they just go somewhere or they never see them again. That's not technically true. However, because we in physical form have to have the emotions of grieving, when they go to spiritual form, they don't want to cause more grief. They're not wanting to come and bring more confusion or madness. So they wait for an appropriate time to then introduce themselves through folks like me that are able to connect with souls, spirits that have passed and don't have a problem with it. Now, I'm hearing folks saying, are there folks that have been in physical form that didn't do the greatest job in physical form, that are, some might call them bad? Depends on what you call bad. I think personally, even those who maybe have committed heinous acts, once they leave and go into the non-physical, there has to be an element of forgiveness at some point, because there's something that causes someone to behave that way, and that's a whole nother subject. It's my own personal belief. For someone who may have been the victim of something heinous and horrible, that will be difficult for them to understand. That's a different challenge altogether. And I don't want to go down that road. In closing this up and letting you go, release and let go of any misconceptions that are not of your highest good and the highest good of mankind, period. Self-judgment is the first thing. Shifting your perception about yourself is the second thing. Finding a way to use your creative talents and for the betterment of yourself and others is the third thing. And the last thing is growing yourself through this new platform that you now find yourself in, so that you're able to shift and shape your own future. And I'm hoping this is making sense. Anyway, I wish you nothing but love, nothing but blessings today, and the best divine, benevolent outcome for whatever it is you're working with. Have a great full moon. Until tomorrow, much love. Bye for now. Hey everybody, we hope you've enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to like, subscribe and share it with all your friends. Here's a QR code if you decide you'd like to get a private personal reading with me. I'm available most evenings and on the weekends. Just go over to the website, book in what session, 30 minutes, 60 minutes, and then fill in the contact information and I'll be back in touch. And if you feel kind enough, here is a link to my donation button. Energy exchange of any amount is always gratefully received. Until next time, be well, be blessed, and thanks so much for watching. Bye.